What do you think about the beatdown that UNC gave Duke? Now, that was beat them down. That was definitely beat them down. It was 48-24. They doubled up on them in the first half. They damn near put up 50 and they doubled up on them. That was that. Now, what do I think about it? Who expected anything different? Like, how did you think that game was going to go? If you thought that Duke was going to win that game, I need you to explain to me how. I think one thing that happens annually in college basketball, and it's people talk about Duke being overrated. Yeah, to a degree, but here's what happens. Krzyzewski is a magician, and Krzyzewski finds ways to take a team like this one, which quite honestly is just not very good. They've lost 5 games. I mean, that's it. They've lost 5 games. There's no way in the world a team like this, with no point guard truly to speak of and no small forward on the whole roster, and they've only lost 5 games. They beat Kansas, right? They beat Michigan State. They've beaten North Carolina. But ultimately, they're just not that good. I mean, that speaks to the brilliance of Krzyzewski, but they just don't have enough good players. So when you get out there against Carolina and you realize that Harrison Barnes, I mean, I think he's overrated, but think about this. When Harrison Barnes is the 4th best player in your starting lineup, chances are you're pretty good. And the 5th guy will probably play in the NBA. And he's starting because somebody else tore an ACL. Yeah. Carolina's the 2nd best team in the country. Now, the thing is, they have not played like the 2nd best team in the country, and they haven't played a great deal of games against, like, actual, real-life competitive teams, right? Who wants to see them? Not a single one of those teams that was staring down a number 1 seed want to see any parts of Carolina, because what you saw them do to Duke, and of course there are going to be all kinds of teams in the country that can do that to Duke, and they're going to get eliminated in the tournament by a team that can physically overwhelm them, as has been the case over the last few years when they have lost in the tournament. They were physically overwhelmed by VCU, of all people, the speed, the quickness of Eric Maynor. They were physically overwhelmed by West Virginia in 2008. They were absolutely overwhelmed by Villanova in 2009. Like, that was comedy. In 2011, you saw what happened against Arizona. Same thing's going to happen this year. It's just a matter of when it falls on the bracket.